Now, why did it begin at Jesus' ascension? This, I think, is important. Because the accuser, after Jesus ascended into the heavens, he could no longer enter the throne room to accuse God's people once Jesus, our high priest, great high priest, cleansed the heavenly tabernacle with his own blood. He went and he cleansed all of that from the stain of sin and the stench of Satan's presence. Now let's get a peek at that in Hebrews 9. So just like Moses, and the writer of Hebrews is telling us, and the writer of Hebrews is making this comparison as the earthly temple, the earthly services, the earthly design is a reflection merely of what is actually in the heavens, the temple of God in the heavens. So he's telling us that Moses had to sprinkle everything because everything is tainted by man's sin and by the devil's activity, okay? But now look, he goes on to say, but the heavenly things themselves with better sacrifices. Now the heavenly things still had to be cleansed with a better sacrifice, we're told. Okay? For Christ did not enter a holy place made with hands, like the temple and the tabernacle. Those were a mere copy of the true one, but into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us, now, once at the consummation of the ages, and that's what we're seeing here, this consummation of the age, he has been manifested to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. You see what's going on here? What the writer of Hebrews is telling us? That Jesus enacted, or Moses was enacting what Christ was going to do. He was going to go into the heavens. He was going to clear the stench of sin and the devil's presence from God's holy tabernacle, God's holy temple in the heavens. And Satan apparently did not like this. He did not like that he was going to be moved out and not able to accuse anymore because Christ's blood was there as an intercessory force. And the people of God had now been cleansed of their iniquity. And they're being thrown out of heaven. Do you understand that the devil is not in heaven today, okay, accusing you? Okay? He was thrown out of heaven, and he knows that he only had a short time left. This is a very condensed period. From 30 to 70 AD, he's got this small period where he's left that he's going to work, because we're going to learn later on in Revelation, he's going to be bound. Okay? And so he has no place of accusation then. All right?